In this video I'm going to show you how to replace the spark plugs in a Honda Fit. So here we are looking at the engine. If we go over to the passenger side, and behind the engine is where the spark plugs are located. They're underneath these kind of square looking things there. Those are the individual coil plugs. You don't need a lot of tools. It's a fairly easy job. You're going to need a ratcheting wrench, 10mm socket. I tend to use deep sockets. You're also going to need, for the spark plug, you're going to need a spark plug holder thing. Now this is fairly similar to a normal socket, except inside it has a rubber, almost like O-ring, that'll actually hold the spark plug in place and help you pull out the old one. This one right here is a 5/8, and it fits. You're going to need a new spark plug, and you're going to need a gapper. Now with the gapper, there's the old school ones, which are like these coin ones. I would not suggest using, especially on the new platinum and iridium plugs. The style you should be using looks like this, and what you do is that you have some numbers. This is 0.045, 0.044. The spark plug gap should be a 0.044. So that means it shouldn't really fit through here. It should fit through here really easily. So you just check. So it's fitting on the 0.045. That means that gap's too big. And so we're going to have to make it smaller. Now what you do is you use this end right here. You just adjust just ever so slightly until, okay, it doesn't fit there. Doesn't fit there either. I'm going to back it up just a touch. And we're talking, you know, just thousandths. So it's just very minute. So it fits really easily here. Doesn't really fit there. That's probably good. And the reason again is you won't damage the platinum or iridium electrode on the end there if you do it with this. The other thing you're going to want to do is get yourself some anti-seize, and that'll prevent the spark plug from getting stuck inside the engine. So these are the spark plugs back here, and they look funny because this is a coil over plug setup. It used to be these wires. You don't have to actually replace any wires. You have a wire harness here. You have to press down and pull this thing back out, so like that. And then you're going to have a 10mm bolt right over on this side. So we'll back that sucker out. You don't want to lose these. So I pull this, and then this just pulls right out. Now this has a coil on the top, that's why it looks so funny. The old school cars used to have a single coil, and you'd have a wire going from like a distributor to each basically spark plug. Here you just have the distributor's electronic, and then each plug has its own coil. It's a better setup. So now you got to pull out the old spark plug, and I forgot to mention we should get an extension because I don't think this is going to fit all the way down. Yeah, so I'm going to need an extension, and we'll take out that spark plug. So here's the extension. Stick that right here. Okay, so now I've loosened it up enough. There we go. Pulls it out. You can see the spark plug's pretty old. This put over 125,000 miles on it. You can see it's pretty well burnt. So it's about time to replace that sucker. put a little anti-seize around on the threads there. Stick it into. Now you don't want to knock any loose dirt or anything into the spark plug hole, because you'll basically be knocking that dirt right into the cylinder. So just be conscious of that when you're doing it. There shouldn't be any dirt inside that little hole there that the spark plug goes into. And so we'll tighten this sucker down. Also, another quick thing to mention, each of the spark plugs comes with a washer like this. That's to help to seal it, so you want to make sure that gets put on. They don't normally, a lot of them were coming, the ones that I got anyways, weren't on the spark plug. You have to put them on yourself, so make sure you put those on. Now the key with tightening the spark plugs down is that you want to be tight, but you don't want to, you're tightening these things into an aluminum head, so you don't want to kill it. And it might take, there's a torque spec for it. I don't know what it is offhand. Basically I just do it until it's not too bad. And then that's it. Just pull my, I have to get a locking. And all you have to do is just put the coil plug back in. I'm going to take this out. And apparently, there we go, got it out. Put the coil plug back in. Now you could get some electric grease, some of that, you know, for here if you think that it's necessary. This seals pretty well. Probably not required. There's that. 10mm bolt right here. Start it by hand. Finish it. Again, this is just kind of, this one really doesn't have to be that tight at all. Just a little bit. There we go. Make sure you plug the wire back in. And that's it. And you just do all 4 of them, just like that. Just one quick note. Usually at the auto parts store, I'll write down what the spark plug gap is, and I also write down the car because I have multiple cars. So I think that's a good tip whenever you go to buy spark plugs. That way you have that information, you don't have to try to look it up, because usually they'll have that immediately in their system. Alright, just thought I'd let you know. Thanks, bye.